afternoon, good evening, and good morning, depending where you are in the world, of course. I'm just going to start this live stream nice and slowly, like I always do when I'm here, just because it takes a little bit of time for you guys to actually get the signal to be bounced around the world. But I do have a few things to say, which is unusual for me, isn't it? But in the meantime, if you hear any noises, it is just me drinking my cup of coffee this afternoon, trying to wake up and trying to stay alert as much as I possibly can. Only Drones, FPV in the chat. Thank you for joining us. How's it going today, sir? Now, Only Drones, I do have an update for you. So you see those trees up there? Well, I was flying underneath doing the video that I'm going to do for newbies to help them understand the differences in rates and stuff. And there was somebody coming along the path. So I thought, well, I'll go over the tree. And what you don't realize is how thick that foliage is. And I actually got lost. Now, luckily, my spotter was able to tell me where I was and guide me back in. But for a brief sort of 10, 15 seconds, the panic set in. Like, where am I? Which way am I going? What am I doing? And even though it's only a few trees wide, it was crazy. Steve, welcome. How's it going, buddy? Glad you could make it. Young Wiz, not seen you here for a while. I'm glad you're here. How's Jamaica, my friend? I'm glad you could make it. No sound to check your connection. Oh, right. Is it working now? LYT, welcome to the chat. Good to see you guys all here this afternoon. Hope we're all doing well. Let me know if you can actually hear me, by the way, guys. It does, like I say, it does take a couple of minutes. All good here. Excellent, Steve. Excellent. How's it going, Steve, by the way? We haven't had a chat for a while. Legalize it. Legalize what? Legalize coffee. Morty, welcome. I hope you're doing well, brother. We're getting a Hurricane Melissa coming our way. Afternoon, says Tim. Welcome, Tim. Glad you could make it. Young Wiz, we're actually in sort of the midst of a start of a storm ourselves. So I actually flew, like I said, I've just flown through those trees over there. I don't know if anybody saw when I moved the camera a second ago. And like the noise coming through the trees is crazy. Apparently tomorrow it's going to be pretty bad, but certainly not hurricane levels. Hello from Minnesota, says Simcar. Welcome. I'm glad you made it to the chat this afternoon, although I'm going to guess it's evening or early evening in Minnesota. Also, has it started to snow in Minnesota yet? Because I know you guys get crazy amounts of snow, don't you? Are you near Canada? Are you near the border with Canada? Is that right? Just started working. Been 2 weeks saving up for that Vapor D5 and goggles Integra. Nice, Young Wiz. You're going to have an amazing time, I promise you are. Brian says hello from Texas. Texas, the place I need to move to. I need to move my ass to Texas one day. Sun pretty much all year round. Amazing barbecue food. Great southern hospitality. What's not to love about Texas? Although, Brian, if you could tell me, I don't know, 3 things that you don't love about Texas, snakes is probably going to be one of them. It'll be morning, not evening. It will be morning, not evening. You're absolutely right. I got myself the wrong way around. Minnesota, it's going to be about 11 o'clock in the morning, I think. Oh, 8:40 a.m. A few weeks away from snowing. Most Minnesotans are 6 hours from the Canadian border. So 6 hours from the Canadian border in American terms means you're right next to it then, doesn't it? Because you guys are crazy. I can't believe how far, like, everything. Eastern Texas is hot and humid. Eastern Texas is where I need to be then. I need to be in a country. Yes, I love my country and I'm passionate about my country, but I need to be in a country that's hot all year round because I can't do with the cold. I just can't do it. Hover message retracted. Oh, okay. Morty says, loving the Air 65. Who would have thought I'd be flying analog more than DJI? Simca says, basically, LOL. Yeah, it's mad. It's absolutely crazy is America. And it's spiritually, like I say, it's probably why I'm so connected to it, because I'm as crazy. Steve says, yep, not bad, buddy. Work, but I finally got my Meteor 7404 light after waiting 2 hours. 2 months. I'm sat here thinking 2 hours. That's probably the fastest delivery I've ever heard from China. Did they fly it themselves? Can't wait, bro. Thanks a lot. Young Wes, you're going to love it, man. You are genuinely going to love it. Please do keep us updated. Let us know how it's going. And the video I'm about to drop, probably, I don't know. I've recorded it. I'll probably get it edited maybe later. I might do a double drop tonight. We'll see. Because we've got a... Can we get a build overview? Of course we can. We've got a full review of this particular drone. This is the Deep Space Seeker 3. If you go to the channel, there is actually a full review video that's about 45 minutes long, and it includes taking it apart and showing you the build and everything. Talks about all the parts. The reason why I've got the Deep Space Seeker 3 here today is because this morning I was out doing a noise test between the Seeker 3, a really requested video actually, between the Seeker 3 and the Mario Mini. So the Seeker 3 is 3 inches and 4S. The Mario Mini is 2.5 inch and 3S. So you probably would have thought that the Seeker 3 would be quite a bit louder, but I actually thought it was the other way around. David Essex says, bloody wet, cold and windy here in Essex. David, have you received your giveaway prize yet, buddy? Let me know. Yeah, this morning I went out flying and it was absolutely hammering it down. I got to the flying, well, where I was going to fly, and I managed, thankfully, it stopped for about 10 minutes, got back in the car, started raining. Then all day it's been bright, glorious sunshine. And now I've come out, it's just turned into some horrendous weather conditions. Morty says, I've got the Seeker 35 XL coming analog. Nice. I've got the Seeker 35 coming, and I was hoping it'd be here today. Secretly, I mean, I said it'd probably be weekend, but I was hoping it'd be here today. Young Wiz says, I sure will, bro, because I've been watching a lot of reviews on it. Yeah, it's a great drone. Steve says, can we all give the stream a thumbs up? I'd really appreciate that, guys. If you could drop a like, it will push it to more and more people. So I'd really genuinely appreciate that. Germ says, welcome or greetings from Idaho. David Essex says, yes, thanks. Although the wife has stolen it. Oh, no. LYT says, I just bought the review model of the Seeker 3 from Drone Camps at the weekend. Stoked for it to come in the mail. So phenomenal drone. I flew it this morning. I've not flown it for a while. I don't think I've flown it since my vacation in the summer, to be fair. And I flew it this morning and I was just like, yeah, this is just so good. I am eventually going to do another comparison video of lots of different drones together. But as I was flying that, I just thought, yeah, this is so good. It really is. Youngwish says that should be sick with coloured panels. Yeah, the orange panels look brilliant on the Seeker 35. I can't wait for mine to come, to be honest. Steve says, I managed to fly the Whoop before work, but now it's shite. Simca says, yo, I love Jamaica. Carl says, is that the Deep Space Seeker 3? It most certainly is. Simca says, do you fly drones in Jamaica? I think he's just got the Gepard C D5. But yeah, it's can you imagine living in a country like Jamaica with the weather and the beaches and the scenery that they've got there and flying drones all the time? I appreciate from an economic point of view there are other issues, but just from a holistic point of view or hedonistic point of view of FPV, to be able to fly in those conditions and that level of scenery every single day, just amazing. Morty says, Young Wiz, thank you, brother. Much love from Florida to my Jamaican brother. Simca says, yep, I got the Cinebot 30. I love it with a Fat Shark Scout RM pocket. I couldn't think of like I say, there's all sorts of other issues. There's no country in the world that's perfect unless you are rich. Let's be fair about it. But to be able to fly in a place like Jamaica every day is it must just be amazing. It must just be amazing. Moriento, welcome. Glad you're here. Glad everybody's here. Thank you everybody for dropping the likes, by the way. The likes have just shot up, so I appreciate that. That will push it out to more and more people. What time are we on? Hello from Delaware. Delaware, which is near... I got this wrong last week, didn't I? But Delaware is near New York, isn't it? Or near New York State. Or is it part of New York State? I don't know. But what I do know about Delaware is it's cold. Delaware's the smallest state, isn't it? The smallest state in the whole of America. I'm sounding like I know what I'm talking about, and I'm probably completely wrong. It's amazing in Jamaica, bro. It truly is. Just don't have the high mountains, but pretty weather most days. To be fair, Young Wiz, I don't have the high mountains where I am. I've got to drive quite a long way to get to some high mountains, but we don't have the nice weather. So, yeah, Rhode Island is the smallest. Delaware is the first. I knew there was something about Delaware being some sort of state. I just got it a little bit wrong. Rhode Island is the smallest state, I believe. Only Drone says, hi from England. Is it wet? Is it raining in England? Only Drones. It normally always does rain. In fact, it is actually raining. You can see on my camera now, it is actually raining. But Germs, yeah, thank you for that. And like I said, I knew there was something about is Delaware one of the smallest states, though? Like, it's there, isn't it? Even if Rhode Island is small. Rhode Island's a place I'd love to visit. To be fair, do you know what I'd love to do? It's not like... I'd love to go. Yes, rain. Of course it's raining. You're in the UK. That's all it ever does in this country. I'd love to go to America, right? On a road trip for, say, 3 months. Film vlogs every day. But just drive across the deep south and fly FPV drones every day as well in all different locations. But I just love to go across the deep south. The deep south in America is probably one of the most misunderstood places in the world. And I know people that live in the deep south, and they are the nicest, most hospitable people you could ever meet. And they get such a bad rep. And I'd like to go and film vlogs, obviously without the mask. So maybe when we get to 100k, that's something we'll do. You only want to go for fried chicken, and of course fried chicken and barbecue. Yes, that is also potentially something on the list as well. Delaware is tiny compared to others. I'm in North Carolina, and North Carolina is lovely as well. Southern USA is awesome, great food too. Yeah, absolutely. The food, the hospitality, the people, the weather. I just want to... My biggest problem is if I did a road trip across southern, like the deep south of USA, I don't think I'd want to come back to the UK. And that's not because I hate my country. And it's such a toxic thing at the minute to say that you'd love to visit another place, because there's all these problems with lots of countries in the world at the minute. But you sort of say stuff like that and everyone's like, oh, yeah, it's his own country. I don't. I absolutely don't. But I think if I visited the deep south for a few months, I'd struggle to come home. I really would. I drove across USA in 2007 for 2 months. I did 26,000 kilometers this journey. And in those 26,000 kilometers, he probably only drove to 2 states. James, you already know more about my country than I do about yours. That's because, right, there is a reason for that. And that is purely because I'm a child of the 80s. I grew up watching Roseanne, Cheers, Tool Time, The Simpsons. Every decent TV show in the 80s was an American TV show. It was a sitcom or, stuff along that. I dropped connection for a second, then hopefully I'm back. And despite that, I'm almost 50 years old and I've never actually visited. But I'm going to put that right. And I'm working hard to put that right. America TV, yeah, absolutely. So journey, like coming back to on toast, yeah, exactly, Simca. So you're there in the deep south with the hospitality, with the barbecues, with the brisket, with the gas station called, that massive gas station, I can't remember off the top of my head now. Oh, Buckeyes or Bucky's. You've got and you come back to beans on toast and rain. I don't think I could do it. Half the things I think I know, I'd probably get wrong. Well, to be fair, I was wrong about the size of so I'm not perfect. Young Wiz, have I missed a comment then? Oh, I don't think so. Not a lot of restricted area in Jamaica, just 3 airports, that's it. So everywhere's practically flyable, just respect. Bucky's. Yeah, that's it. And do you know what, right, to be fair, the for some of our restrictions and stuff, but as long as you're respectful, most people don't care. When I was flying 10 minutes ago, there was a few people with kids walking past, and I just stayed away from them, and they didn't bat an eyelid. Like, you'll always get idiots wherever you are in the world, but generally. Dab FPV says, greetings to the man in the mask. Pardon me. Yeah, Buckeyes. Imagine, or Buckies. Is it Buckies or Buckeyes? I think it's Buckies, isn't it? Imagine going somewhere like that and then coming back to the UK and going Greggs. For anybody that doesn't know what Greggs is, for any of our American viewers, please Google Greggs. And that's what we get in most of our gas stations in comparison to Bucky's. I mean, I'm sure like Bucky's is more of a southern thing, isn't it? So I don't know what it's like up the north. But I tell you where else I'd love to go in America as well is where is it? Not Idaho, Ohio, where pronounced Bucky's. Oh, okay, thank you very much, OYT. Yeah, Ohio, because of gas station encounters is a gas station I would love to go to. Like those guys. It's mainly one guy, isn't it, that does it. Like, he's got the human psyche down to a fine art with the commentary that he does. And it'd just be such a cool place to go. I'm sure that the reality of meeting these people is not quite the same as what it is online, because that's generally what it is. Although I like to say that anyone who's met me has pretty much said I'm the same as I am on here. But yeah, gas station encounters. I'd love to go there. But again, Ohio is another cold state, isn't it? And I only want to go to the warm states. So California, San Diego, Texas, Atlanta. Just keep me nice and warm. In New Jersey, you cannot pump your own petrol. Oh my Lord. 80s TV was great. I agree. Yeah, you'd also got the A-Team, Airwolf. There's so many 80s TV shows that were just elite. Cold, flat, and nothing there, Ohio. Just a man. I can't read that. It's even got off the screen. Howdy, squatters. Hope you well. Young Wiz says, hey, bro, can I add some nice YouTube music to my videos? Here's a couple of sites I could use. Heard there's a couple of... Yeah, you can do. You can either license the music, or if it's for short videos, you can just use the inbuilt one. Or there's free, like that. What's the word? Royalty-free music that you could use as well. Hello from Poland, says Vad. Welcome. I hope you're well. Would you say the new Speedy Bee is a good freestyle quad? Check out the short that I uploaded last night. The answer to that is yes. Is it a good freestyle quad for a bando? Absolutely not. No way, shape or form. It's made of plastic. It's got a canopy that would break in a bando, but I probably wouldn't take the Seeker 3 to a bando. I'd really be taking 5 inches to bandos. So its freestyle performance is brilliant, but just bear in mind where it depends where you want to fly, of course. Oh, and I just crashed a Seeker 3 last day. The XT30 connector got ripped off. Oh, that should be an easy fix. Just a dab of solder, dab of flux if needed, and away you go. Are you going to update any drones to 12.25b? I've done quite a few videos on 12.25 Simca. I think the first one I did was last December when I did put out the video about the panic button and showed you how to combine position and altitude hold to give you a little bit of a panic button to give you a few seconds to think. And then I did the Spider Sora. I did the update to that on 4.6 as well. So yeah, I mean, generally speaking, I'll wait till the release comes out and then I'll just update each quad as I fly them. Got to see you in the next one. Got to go see you in the next one, says Journey. No problems, Journey. I've got to go as well, buddy, because I've just heard the gate being open. So listen, thank you so much, everybody, for turning up today. It was a lovely sort of half an hour to chat with you guys. I really do enjoy this half an hour that we get. I really appreciate it. So thank you all so much for showing up. We're going to have a new Drone Wars out at 10 p.m. UK time tonight. The Pavo 20 Pro versus a Pavo Pico 2. And then tomorrow we're going to have a full review of the Speedy Bee Mario Mini 25. And I know that we put out a fairly long video already, but we're going to put out a full review tomorrow. So Thanks so much, everybody, for turning up. I appreciate each and every one of you. Vad, ask that question on a comment because I've got to shoot because I've got to go and pick up my son from school. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you all so much. Until next time, peace out.